Hi, welcome back to the plot. It's Saturday. It's very chilly down here today, but it is quite an exciting day because our seed potatoes are coming to the allotment shed. So I've just been to pick mine up, so I just thought I'd show you what ones I've got. So the first ones, I've got a Lady Crystal, and these are first earlies. I grew these last year. They were really good, really tasty, really nice, and they're perfect for salad, boiling and chips, but they come early, so they're good. I've then got some Charlotte potatoes. Again, I've done these the last couple of years. They're good. They're second earlies, another good potato. And then finally I've got some King Edward main crop potatoes. Now last year things didn't go well because a lot of the plots got blight, and because they're later, the early potatoes weren't affected, but my King Edwards were. So I had to cut back the leaves before it kept spreading. So the potatoes that were in the ground were okay, but they were quite small, so not a great success. So this year, fingers crossed, we don't get blight and we have some lovely King Edward potatoes later in the season. What a difference a couple of days makes. It's only 10 degrees in the greenhouse today, but overnight it did go down to 2. It wasn't freezing. But when I was here earlier in the week, it was nice and sunny, so it got up to like late 20s in here, so it was lovely. But it's a lot colder today. So now what I need to do is to chit my potatoes. Basically what that means is, as you can see, this is one of the Lady Crystals, and you can see they've got like the little eyes on them. You need to have them sitting somewhere. Egg boxes are quite good. I have got to bring any today, but I've got some old seed trays that I can just sit them in like that for now. And I'll just put them all out in the greenhouse, plenty of light, and it helps for them to chit. So they'll grow up, and then that just gives them a bit of a head start when you put them in the ground. So it's always a good thing to get them going. So it's not very nice now, it's trying to rain, but I have got some outside jobs. I can't just be in the greenhouse today, so hopefully it won't get too heavy and I can be getting on with them. I need to try and find some poles that I have that will make a cage that goes over where my purple sprouting broccoli is, because at the moment I've got just under there, but obviously they'll grow tall, so that's not going to be big for long. If I can't find them, then I'll be using some of those blue pipes over there for the time being, because they're slow growing, so it'll be a while before they need to get up. There's my little robin. He always comes and says hello almost as soon as I get to the plot. He's here, hoping I'll be digging up some more juicy worms for him. Yeah, without fail, get out the car and I can hear him. Now, I also like to look after the birds in the winter, so I do have some bird feeders here. So you get the blue tits, robins, the little birds. So, and I've got another one up on here. So I'm in the fruit cage now. I need to carry on tidying that up. There's a lot of cuttings where I've pruned and cut back here, which my man needs to bag up to take. and you can see there's a lot of these are raspberries here, and then I've got black currants, gooseberries, red currants. There's a little blueberry one down there, but I need to reorganise this, so I need to do that now while things are still dormant, and yeah, bag all this stuff up and then take it home to put it in my brown bin at home, because that won't compost down, these canes here, and it's too compacted in that cage. So I dug them up while they're dormant. So I had a number of bare root plants, and then I gave them to one of my plot neighbours who could then use them on his plot, and I'm going to put some blueberry plants in their place there. So I've moved this blueberry plant from the other end, and this is the new blueberry plant. I got some ericaceous compost, and I dug the hole out, filled it with ericaceous compost, planted it in, filled it up with ericaceous because that's the soil they like, and hopefully they'll be happy this year. So this here is brewers' spent grains. A brewery come and drop it off at the allotment for us to use. As you can see here, it's very moist when I took it off the heat from the pile, and it's really good for your compost. So I've just got a barrel load of it, and because I'm starting off again in this green bin, there it is. So you can see the steam coming off it, and the smell is sort of pleasant. So yeah, now I'm going to add some to the pile over here, which is already getting well composted down, but I want to mix it all into there. It's meant to be really good for it. So lucky us from the brewery dropping it off for us. And a quick check on my strawberry plants that I planted in here. They were runners from old plants that I had. They're doing really well. I just took the lid off this little planter so I could get some air in. But yeah, they're doing really well. So fingers crossed for nice juicy strawberries this year. So on an earlier video, I told you about the little deers that we get and how they eat the tulips. So these ones you can see in here, because I put a cover on them, are nice and safe. I've just come and found the ones that had been covered up and I left out to grow up have been nibbled. Those pesky deer. So I'd heard that coffee grounds are really good for the garden. Apparently they improve soil structure, drainage, aeration, and provide nutrients for your plants like nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. They also help improve water retention in the soil. So as we have a cafe at work selling lots of coffee, I had a word with them, and they now save me their coffee grounds, and I can bring them to the allotment and add them to my soil. So my last job today was to plant these larkspur seeds. They've been in my freezer for the last week or so, as that helps break dormancy and helps with germination. I'm using some seed compost now that I've bought, and I just sprinkled the seeds evenly over the surface. Covering the soil with some vermiculite.